So we see where Gay said that while Crimea was a province of Ukraine, the Soviet Socialist Republic in 1990, he has a feeling that Lavars or Lars, or whatever his name is, stated statement might not be definitive and that there may be further clarifications about it that it is not so generous towards Ukraine. Still, if Moscow just wants to end the war, it may be able to portray a forestalling Ukraine from joining NATO as a victory, even if it means renouncing Russia claim to occupy Ukraine territory. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one, but we see a Supreme Court judge just told Alabama to shut up and listen. You know what I'm saying? Or I guess it was a battle over the redistricting of the lines. You know what I'm saying? That old crooked game they play in more ways than one. But we see here where we have, Trump goes to Michigan to rally against creep Joe Biden electric vehicles push while the GOP rivals debate 6 hours ago. AP, Associated Press, remember, here now or later in the late edition with Point Plessy in the one Twizzy. You know what I'm saying? But Donald Trump, the President of the United States, was in electoral battleground Michigan Wednesday night. You know what I'm saying? Working to win over the blue collar voters by, land blasting creep Joe Biden and his push for electric cars in the midst of a auto worker strike. September 27th. You know what I'm saying? Clinton Township, Michigan, AP, as this as his Republican rivals sparred, well, I guess they sparred on stage in California at their second primary debate. Donald J. Trump was in the battleground of Michigan on Wednesday night working to win over the blue collars voters by land blasting creep Joe Biden and you know what I'm saying and his push for electric cars in the midst of a strike. I will not allow under this is Trump I guess, under any circumstance, the president, he said he would not allow under any circumstance the American auto industry to die. Trump, the president of the United States, said that the it said at a Drake Enterprise and a non-unionized a non-unionized auto parts supply in Clinton Township, about a half hour outside of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? We see Republicans in many ways front runner. Trip came a day after Joe Biden became the first sitting nutcase president in the United States history to walk a picket line as a as he joined the United Auto Workers. That's bullshit. And the auto workers shouldn't even had him on the picket line. You know what I'm saying? We see the dueling appeared had the feel of a open uh, salvo of the 2024 general election, which increasingly looked like a match between Trump and the great Joe Biden, even though primary voting won't, you know what I'm saying, begin until next year. But Trump's decision to skip another debate came as he, maintains a commanding lead in the GOP primary, even as he faced, four separate criminal indictments. of pure garbage. That's me. You know what I'm saying? I'm full of shit with that one. But judge rejects Trump's request to rescue herself from the conspiracy case. You know what I'm saying? Which we know about that case, and we could care less about her situation. You know what I mean? We gotta get this country right. We don't have time to be jiggling and jabbling. But we see GOP debate stage, GOP debate stage down to just one candidate who wouldn't back because he's not convicted. He was criminally charged by criminals to say he was convicted. Say Trump, but we see his seven. This is coming in by HuffPost, SV, date 15 hours ago Eastern Standard Time on the SV, but Simi Valley, California. Seven of Donald Trump's rivals for the GOP presidential nomination returned to debate the state on Wednesday night, once again without a presence of the poll leading Trump himself. You know what I'm saying? And likely, once again, without the will to go after his greatest vulnerability. For, for, once again, without going after his vulnerability. For criminal indictments that could put him in prison, yeah. Like what Joe Biden just did to this country with COVID and the pandemic and the foreign lobbying and the crooked shit with the CCP and all over the world and I and his criminal ass. Yeah, come on and all the rest of y'all too. You know what I'm saying? But we see the coup, attempting, the president has a schedule to speak in the suburbs of Detroit, where he is likely to blame the striking auto worker vow, the auto workers' woes on the Joe Biden efforts to encourage electric vehicles to fight the climate change. Yeah, what change? The geometric change or the geometric clouds that y'all running with? You know what I'm saying? You don't give two flying fuck about the auto workers. And if the auto workers smart, they'll vote for Trump. You know what I'm saying? I have the quote right here. House Demon Democrats read incriminating recipe after Republicans say we do not desire to shut down government. You know what I'm saying? This is coming by Michael Luciano one day go off the media, you know what I'm saying? But we see Mike Johnson, Republican of LA, delivered a speech on the House floor on Tuesday in which he claimed the GOP is negotiating a good and fair, negotiating in good faith to avert a government shutdown that y'all set up to fall this way from the demon Democrats. Have all this money talking about a shutdown, so where all the money went? To Ukraine and NATO? Full of garbage. Greg Abbott, Manhattan. Abbott heads to New York City to tell sanctuary cities he didn't make this migrant crisis. No, he did not. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't got to explain nothing to me. We know this is all on the creep Joe Biden's shoulder. You know what I'm saying? We see Stephen King gives Jim Jordan, Jimmy Jordan, Jim Jordan, you know what I'm saying, a frightening fact check on crime. You know what I'm saying? We see the bestseller author Stephen King call out the House Judiciary, Jim Jordan, of Republican of Ohio, for missing the point on crime even after holding a hearing on the subject, with the federal government on the brink of a shutdown. Yeah, a crooked ass chumped up, send all our money, billions of dollars to every fucking war across the planet, but except not for the American people pocket or the homeless people or the veterans or many other different individuals who need that money right now, right in the poor in all these different communities. They don't have to be poor in the heart and the mind and the soul, but they damn sure rich with that. But at the same time, economical status, they could do with all that money you just sent to Ukraine. you should be locked up and put in the universal jail. You know what I'm saying? With the federal government on the brink of what? A shutdown. Same bullshit Barack Obama played when they was in office for 8 years. Republicans failed to advance funding bill. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because you added in sending money to Ukraine. How much more money was it going to send? You know what I'm saying? You added in the fact that if they don't do this, you want to let it shut down. You know what I'm saying? But if they do, you want to make it indefinitely. That is a part of the bill. You know what I'm saying? And enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? Anybody in the rightful mind should know that, especially even demon immigrant. You know what I'm saying? Sitting up there looking like two silly dummies. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. Well, the Republicans be saying they failed to make it thing, but Jordan took the Judiciary Committee to Chicago for a hearing, which critics dismiss as a stunt. You know what I mean? Rather than focus on the actual causes of crime, Jordan blamed blame it on the Democrat lawmaker. Well, who the fuck Stephen King think chump up this bullshit over and over and over and over again? All of y'all motherfuckers put together, you know what I'm saying? Don't come with no flying fucking bullshit and stick to movies because you're a clown to me. You know what I mean? You weird looking creature. You know what I'm saying? But we see New Jersey GOP moves to cancel public voting in 2024 presidential election. Imagine that they want to cancel public voting. Well, we see trending New Jersey Republicans in New Jersey have presented a plan to presented a plan to the RNC RNC that would allow party leaders to cancel the 2024 presidential primary election and choose their own candidate amongst a handful of possible handpicked delegates. Instead, a state committee would choose which Republican, you know what I'm saying, would go on the ballot next November. Voters, you know what I'm saying, would not be able to cast a ballot for their preferred candidate instead of nearly 500,000 Republican voters. You know what I'm saying? Instead of nearly 500,000 Republican voters having to say, the decision would be made by just over 600 party insiders. You know what I'm saying? The New Jersey GOP chairman Bob Higgins made the suggestion in a memo sent out to uh, 21 counties. Yeah, and I think that plan is full of shit, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? A handful, you know what I'm saying, of peak delegates. You know what I'm saying? Instead, you know what I'm saying? The state committee would choose the Republican. Let's read it again. Would choose the Republican would go on that ballot. I don't think that's a good suggestion at all. And New Jersey needs to, you know, really rethink that. But we see a brain. This is coming in by Eric Fernandez. You know, 1 day ago, we see a brain affecting parasite on the rise. Seek medical attention if you notice the following symptoms. You know what I'm saying? But we see the brain affective parasite primarily transmitted through the contaminated products, contaminated products is expanding its reach into the southern United States, prompt alarm experts. Yeah, and I wonder who's bringing all these different diseases into our country by rats and mice and snails. You know what I'm saying? Talking all that jazz you're talking about. We see a 95-year-old veteran kicked out. He was kicked. This 95-year-old veteran, you can't believe this shit, was kicked out of nursing home to make room for migrant housing, lawmakers said. This is coming in by Elizabeth L. Kine, Kine 1 day ago off the Fox News. But we see a 95-year-old Korean War veteran said he was given less than 2 months notice to I guess he was given 2 months notice to figure out where he was going to live after the nursing home he resided in was sold to become a faculty for undocumented migrants. Imagine that. You know, they're still asking the question: how low is these demon Democrats going to go? You know what I'm saying? What, you going to use them against us in a war? So they're going to be on your side and kill all our American people? Or is it going to be the opposite way around? I mean, come on. It's not looking good. We see McCarthy kills bipartisan Senate bill to avert the shutdown. In 4 days, you know what I'm saying, out from the government shutdown, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy has declared a bipartisan Senate stopgap measure, you know what I'm saying, dead on arrival. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, he did. Keep up the good work. We see questions arise over Trump's Michigan crowd after sign, you know what I'm saying, holders admission. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the crap you're talking about. We see Trump pours cold water on Michelle Obama, you know what I'm saying, in the White House bid. I don't see that, you know what I'm saying? But we see the President of the United States say he doesn't see a future White House bid, you know what I'm saying, in the cards for Michelle Obama. I don't see that. No. Trump said in an interview with the National Pulse, you know what I'm saying, when asked, you know what I'm saying, when asked about Obama interfering in the 2024 race, you know, inferring 20, no, I'm saying Obama inferring a 2024 race, creepy Obama, you know, say race after remarking that he didn't envision a creepy President Biden making it through the starting gate. You know what I'm saying? I wish all of y'all would make it to that starting gate and never come back. It'd be a big help. You know what I'm saying? We see the New York Mayor Eric Greaseball Head Adams announce ultimatum for asylum seekers to take the next step. You know what I mean? But we see here where, in more ways than one, we see where New York City Eric Greasyhead Cuball Adams has announced a 30-day notice to adult migrants to take the next step as the number of asylum seekers in New York City, you know what I'm saying, care top 50, 60,000, you know what I'm saying, Adams said in New York City, you know, has made every effort to continue serving the more than 116,000 asylum seekers to have that who arrived, you know, here last spring. However, with with an average of between 300 to 500 people still arriving in 5 boroughs asking for shelter on a daily basis, and 60,000 migrants currently in the city, you know, care already. He said New York City is full, having responded without all the substantial state or federal support. You know what I'm saying? So now he telling them we filled up. Just like his damn brain do. Because it should have never happened in the first place. Much of this was it's just, you know, you keep electing these people into office and you expect any different result. All that I seen going on right now, I expected out the demon Democrats. I just didn't realize how low will they go. You know what I'm saying? But then again, yes, I do. But creep Joe Biden administration, you know what I'm saying, rumored to be working on an executive order requiring disclosure of outsized power consumption. Yeah, like his damn brain. You see how they get up in there to make all these different laws and rules and legislation, and none of it be, to me, in any shape or form is any good, because they're not doing that. They're not sitting up there rationing their shit. They done hawk off a good cool $2-3 million and running. You know what I'm saying? When we look at this thing in more ways than one, we see Putin knife in the back. Ballard betrayed. Ballard betrayed by his own soldiers, who leaked intel to Ukraine for a massive strike that killed Killer Admiral and 33 others. Putin should definitely get a grip on that. You know what I'm saying? But we see mass mandate update as even Democrats support crowds. Mm-hmm. Imagine that. You know what I mean? This is coming in by Natalie. You know what I'm saying? On the 5th, 26th, 23 at 1:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come on. You know what I'm saying? The look like Newsday or whatever. But we see amid the rising COVID-19 cases, a new poll conducted by uh, Rasmussen report shows 76% of Demon Democrats support a mass mandate, an increase the from a 2022 poll, according to the new poll taken between September 6th and 7th and 10th that surveyed 1,090 American adults conducted over the phone and online. 76% of the Demon Democrats support a mass mandate compared to 33% of the Republicans, because the 33% of the Republicans got some goddamn sense, and 45% of, you know what I'm saying, unaffiliated. You know what I'm saying? This is an increase for the Demon Democrat compared to the Russman report, you know what I'm saying, or whatever his name is, in an April 2022 that shows 51% of the Demon Democrats, though ending the mass mandate, which they should have never had one in the first fucking place, was a bad idea, while 72% of Republicans believe it was a good decision. Not me. I don't give a flying fuck what they say, because it's all garbage and straight trickery. You know what I'm saying? We got some dumbass woman up here trying to make Trump seem senile in all ways. He sure didn't see him that way when he wrecked her butt on that interview. We see Social Security shake up from the creep Joe Biden, you know what I'm saying, that could hit your wallet. Yeah, while he's sending billions of your dollars over to Ukraine, he picking on your Social Security. You need to get this clown that you put in there out of the fucking seat. And next time you decide to even get a clown like this one here in the seat, you better make sure it's one that's gonna do for you. You know what I'm saying? This is coming in by it looked like dawn, 7 hours ago Eastern Standard Time, coming off the Go banking rate or whatever. You know what I'm saying? A Social Security, Old Age and Survivors Insurance Trust, the OS, the OASI, you know what I'm saying, face, you know what I'm saying, depletion, you know what I'm saying, according to his dumbass or whatever, you know what I'm saying, by 2033. Creep Joe Biden dumbass has suggested what NSN calls a sweeping 4-point plan to bluster funds or whatever, bluster funds in the trust and help fill the 22.4 trillion funding shortage shown in the 2022 year. Short is because you're all robbing a motherfucking country and sending it to Ukraine with your bullshit. It could last. Nobody want to eat that piece of shit. I need to get the hell on. You know what I mean? You just want to attack anything to come with the American pockets that you figure that you're gonna come up with a plan and make it seem like you saving their social security shit. You know, which you probably owe Americans after you done robbed them blind from every corner that you could possibly find. You know what I'm saying? But we see the view, savagely predicted loser, Donald Trump, which to me, y'all saying that y'all seem like a loser. You know what I'm saying? Trump would be more devastated by Trump Tower sign removal that he would sitting in prison. Yeah, like they're up in rain. And anybody who sit there listening to them is out of their mind. We see Korean on the brink of a nuclear war. Here we go with the same bullshit across the land. This is what are we talking about? We see North Korea told the United States on Tuesday that the peninsula was at risk of nuclear war. And then they ain't talking no regular war, nuclear. Okay, pay attention, people, nuclear war. As it blamed what it called hostility by the United States. Okay, by the hostility of the United States. hmm We see Donald Trump is in greater danger than ever before, Mary Trump warns. She's saying Donald Trump is facing a greater danger than ever before after a New York judge ruled that he and some of his commit business committed fraud over several years. His niece, Mary Nutcase Trump, said on Wednesday. The judge, Arthur Engoron, or whatever his name is, probably an idiot, ruling against Trump on Tuesday in New York. Attorney General Letitia James' lawsuit alleging that he and his son fraudulently inflated his net worth by billions of dollars to obtain benefits such as a better bank loan and reduced tax bills between 2011 and 2021. Trump has maintained his innocence, and his legal team has said they plan to appeal that decision. I would as well, because it's a stupid one in itself, and nobody needs to know anything about that piece of shit at all. Because what Creed Joe Biden them have done was triple times worse than that. What Obama them did was even triple times more worse than that. What Bush did topped the motherfucking cake. You know what I'm saying? Activists call for polarizing funding for Chicago residents amid migrant crisis. But we see here where we have these Chicago residents and the community activists argue for, a shift in funding priorities. You know what I'm saying? They believe resources directed towards the migrant crisis could be better utilized to support existing residents. You know what I'm saying? Discover the complexity of the in continuous issue in this unsightful, situation. But the group needs to keep up the challenge and keep the pressure on their neck. They'll never give up because this funding should be going to the American people, not to foreign countries or foreign wars that were trumped up through a NATO situation that we did not all agree on NATO crooked ass. You know what I'm saying? I didn't agree on NATO, and I'm sure a lot of people don't agree with NATO, and especially the funding of NATO over billions and billions of American taxpayers' dollars to other foreign countries, because that's all NATO is really about. They're taking your tax dollars and paying other countries to be some NATO shit, just a name of y'all getting together as bullies and shit. But Putin attacks dog uh, Medvedev or whatever, Rattles, the severe against what? Ranting president claimed Russia is running out of options in Ukraine other than a full-blown ground war with NATO, which would lead to a greater cost to humanity than World War II. Y'all need to cut that shit out altogether. And Zelensky should be ousted from government completely. You know what I'm saying? Because we're still hearing nuclear bullshit and nuclear bullshit, and not knowing that none of that nuclear shit is good for anyone in any shape or form. Using just Wi-Fi signals. Listen to this, people. Using just Wi Fi signals, you can track people and read through the walls. Yes, I see. You see, and if you sitting there doing that piece of shit, you know what I'm saying? Either you working for the CCP and the Communist Party and all this shit going on in our country, and every other crooked motherfucker this side of Mexico, you know what I'm saying? That's some boring ass shit to be doing. I could care less. I don't want to be hearing nothing that going on in your fucking home to no goddamn Wi-Fi, you know what I'm saying, signal. You can keep that piece of shit. And whoever's doing that, like I said, either you're working for the CIA, the FBI, the CCP, the Illuminati, the Freemasons, the Deep State, whoever the fuck you're working for, you know what I'm saying, to do evil shit. Or you just one bored motherfucker. Because I could give a flying fuck what you hear. You know what I'm saying? We see Hillary nutcase Doc Clinton got bad news from a judge in 2023. We see Hillary Clinton got bad news. What she talking shit about Trump. You know what I'm saying? The Clinton Foundation, established by her so-called Billy Slick Willie Clinton, you know what I'm saying, and ex-First Lady Hillary Murderers Clinton, finds finds itself mired in controversy and past allegations of financial mismanagement and conflict of interest. We see the accusations include the abuse of a non-for-profit statute, potentially providing a tax shelter for the Clinton family, subsequent, subsequently, wealth. Come on now. Subsequently, wealth. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one, as we see. Subsequent wealth. You know what I'm saying? Sorry about that. Substantial wealth. We see the Clinton family substantial wealth, tax break, AFC shelter, moreover, a foundation allegedly engaged in questionable dealing, leveraging the killing Clinton's clout, nobly receiving significant donations from nations where the killing Clintons have business ties. Oh, but they're talking about good old Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? We see them, but they going across the seas in other countries and shit. And that's how they get all these countries to suck balls right along with their jackass. But we see Hillary Clinton mocks Putin over NATO expansion. Too bad, Vladimir. You brought it on yourself. Yeah, you did too, with your fraudulent murdering, sucking, blood sucking ass. Nobody want to hear a goddamn thing you got to say. We see Chris Rock once said that Taylor Swift would suck the doorknob off, off Hollywood is only the demon that is Hollywood is only a demon Democrat because she wants to be in the movies. Nobody give a flame, folks. You know what I'm saying? 2016 election study uncovered surprising, you know what I'm saying, unconscious memory shift amongst the voters. Yeah, because they were lied to by Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton. They were lied to by every single person, even probably Obama as a senator or a governor, whatever the fuck he was at the time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He had run for all of them. You know what I'm saying? Have been pushing fake news because the news, the research monitoring 602 American 602 American voters during the 2016 presidential election that people often reshape their memory to align with their current options or their current opinions. You know what I'm saying? The study published in the Journal of Social and Political Psychology also found that participants were vulnerable to misinformation or fake news. Yeah, by the demon Democrats all the fucking way. But anyway, that piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? We see Anthony Fauci, the nutcase ass killing weasel. You know what I'm saying? COVID vaccine comments spark furious backlash. You and somebody scream out prison for him now. But the comment made by the dumbass fucking killing motherfucking biological Luciferian Baphomet devil worshipping motherfucking Fauci, the killing weasel, about the update COVID-19 vaccine have sparked a backlash on social media with critics falsely claiming that he had admitted for the first time that it's a link between a link to myocarditis or whatever they call it. I guess it's a heart disease. Fauci appeared on ABC this week on Sunday. Saying before the Food and Drug Administration, great name, approved the newest shot. Yeah, the Food and Drug Administration, approved the shot, the Moderna and the Pfizer for most Americans. Fuck off with the force America. You don't tell us what to do, bitch. Fuck is you talking about? You trumped up a plan to try to put martial law and force this shit into everybody, and when that didn't work, you flood the country with a whole bunch of migrants that wasn't even vetted out or had to take a vaccine or even show ID card. That was not the fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? They're getting free plane rides, cell phones, hotel and hors d'oeuvres, and probably gonna be yamming steak with your dumb ass. You know what I'm saying? Don't give us that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to hear nothing that devil worship motherfucker got to say. You need to go suck Madame Blavatsky's grave or something. You know what I'm saying? Go over there with Elrod nutcast ass Hubbard and Bill go gaze the fucking jackass, another motherfucking killing nutcase idiot. Be the Fauci roast as fraud and a liar after being confronted with damning study on mass, you know what I'm saying, in movies. And one, he need to be slapped upside his head to get his brain straight. But we see social media after the dumbass killing reason was, what I'm saying, confronted by a CNN host with a study showing face masks made little to no difference in the course of the COVID-19 pandemic. What difference would it have made? What difference did mask make? Let's be intelligent here. What difference would a mask make in a virus that was floating inside your house and outside your house? You know what I'm saying? And the people in your house, it was not sick. So they're wearing a mask inside their house and they're not sick because you wanted to make it seem like it was a virus that would stick to your shirt and then transfer to somebody else or layer on your skin floating in the air and all this type of imaginary little friends they have other than a jail and a fucking mouse as their best friend. You know what I'm saying? You made the people believe in a whole bunch of garbage and telling them to seal the deal. You told them to wear a mask, making them even further believe that there was this virus floating in the air that probably will stick to your shirt and your friends, and then your brother, you go see your brother and he got it, and you don't know because it's stuck in over here, and it takes 10 years for it to pop out like AIDS. You know what I'm saying? With your con artists full of shit. But you made people believe it. But what difference would it have actually made? It would not have made any difference. If the virus is floating in the air, inside and outside, or wherever you go, on another human being had to come from them being influenced by something or someone else based on that. That didn't happen because the hospitals would have been more overrun all over the world. as a global effect. We didn't see that. That's how we know you're lying as well. But at the same time, once you get the people to believe all that, and then have them line up and start doing the procedure and so forth and so on, of course now you can easily say it's true, or the mass this or the mass that, because you done put it in the people, so they're going to be a rise. You know what I'm saying? But was there a rise before? No, there wasn't. The rise only came after. That's how you know. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna still talking all that bullshit they want to. He is no more than a piece of shit clown. Andy Fofagi, the motherfucking killing weeds. And that's a fact and point blank.